Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a bloody long time. Probably the last time you saw me was just coming back from Switzerland. I was like 19 then, I think. I'm 24 now, so it's been a good like 5 years. For my first sort of comeback, I just wanted to do like a really simple makeup, just a day wear makeup, like quick and easy. Obviously it's gonna take me longer because I'm explaining stuff, but I could probably do something like this in about 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to start off, I've already moisturised. I use the Reboost Comfort Hydrating Cream by Clarins. It's from the My Clarins range. So this is for people that are younger. So it's like under 30s basically. I really like it and I love the sound it makes. This one, however, I think is a little bit too thick. It's kind of like a moussey consistency. I don't know if you can tell. Which is nice if you've got really, really dry skin. And I thought I'd love it because my skin is drier. But I think I actually prefer the one that's just the normal one because it's a little bit more gel-like. And it's got coconut water, shea butter, extracts of alpenrose, fig, acerola seed, and goji berry. So very, very natural. I know they're all like quite plant-based, Clarins anyway. So yeah, I've done that already. I've let that sink in. Now I'm going to put some primer on my face. I don't have it yet, but I was trying out the new Mercier hydrating primer. So they've actually reformulated and made everything silicone free, which I love. So I've actually only got it in a little sample pot right now. So just dot that in the center points of the face. It feels lovely. Since my last videos, I'd probably say my skin's actually changed quite a bit. I know I'm still young and everything and there's not like major fine clothes, like no lines or anything like that. But I've noticed that a lot of products don't sit on my skin the way they did. I think I've got like more hair on my face, which I mean is normal. Yeah, I think back when I was like 18, 19, my skin was like completely perfect. And everything I put on my skin, I was like, oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. That's a really nice foundation. But now I've realised I'm like, that doesn't look good. Oh, that separates on my skin all the time. So it's a bit of a shame, really. Okay, so foundation-wise, I'm going to use a very sheer foundation. So this is nice for people that do not wear foundation or hate the look of like cakey skin. Again, I'm trying out a foundation. It makes it seem like I don't own any. I do. This is the Light Wonder, I think, by... what's their name? Charlotte Tilbury. I called it something else in my story the other day and I was like, oh damn, I think I called it I can't remember what I called it. Anyway, yeah, this is really nice. And it's it's like really glowy as well. So I'm just gonna pop a bit of that on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna really buff this in. So this is the Real Techniques contour brush actually, but they tend to use a lot of brush. There's not like any rules for how you should use the brushes. I love something that's really fluffy but quite dense so that it will pack on the colour, but I can really buff it in so you can't see any lines. Oh no, the colour's okay. I get a lot of discoloration around these cheek area, chin area, so I always like covering that area first and kind of working my way up around the eyes and chin and everything. Just make sure you take it round the jawline. My earrings are getting in the way. Sorry, I've got a mirror like next to the camera, so sorry if I'm not looking directly at you the entire time. It's got quite a funny texture when you put it on your hand. It almost looks like it's broken down. I don't know how to explain. I don't know if you can see it on there. Probably not. But once it's buffed in, there's no little specks in there or anything like that. It's super glowy. Jello. I think it's ever so slightly too yellow for me. I'm pretty sure this is their lightest shade, so not much I can do about that. So I'll bring it down my neck. Oh, it's so glowy. I swear the more you buff it in, the more glowy it gets. I love it. So now I'm going to take some concealer, and I actually have this, it's not a tester. It's the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer. This is beautiful. I think it's perfect on all skin types. considering my skin's drier, I worry about something that dries down, but this kind of stays on really, I don't know, it just stays on all day and it kind of self-sets. I love it so much. This is shade 30 NN. It's got a really nice applicator, so it's got like a dome edge, so you can put more full coverage on it, or you can do less coverage on the sloped side as well. But I'm just gonna pop a little bit where the blue is under my eyes. And then take the Real Techniques, I think it's a concealer. Oh no, it's a Deluxe crease brush, but it's really good for concealer as well. And I'm making my stupid face now, but that's okay. So I'm kind of tapping this in, mainly focusing around this area because it looks the most natural. I'm not trying to bring it out all the way over here, and then sort of tap it into the skin. So I actually live in Cardiff now. Obviously my family are Essex way, but I moved here because A, I actually really liked it because my brother's in uni here with his girlfriend, and B, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm engaged. I wasn't engaged when I moved here though. So basically my partner is in the army, so he is based like 2 hours away, and we kind of thought we'd rent together. So he's very kindly rented with me, and this is my little humble abode. So this is my living room. Obviously my kitchen is just through there. It's quite nice because you can pass food through. But yes, I'm getting married in August, so that's exciting. Not been too stressful yet. I don't think I've turned into a bridezilla, but maybe he'd say differently, who knows. I've just popped a little bit onto my hand, so I'm like dabbing into it and just pressing over spots. I've got like a little bit of scarring on my cheek, especially this one here. It's really annoying. It was an old spot and I think I just kept picking it, and I know you shouldn't do it, but I couldn't help it. Yeah, so this is just a little mascara one, spoolie, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go on to eyebrows now. I've not done anything to these for a while. There's like a couple of hairs here that are growing downwards, which drive me mad. So they were probably waxed when I did them. But oh well, we're going to embrace it. I am so much more into my brows now than back. I watched a couple of the videos I used to make in Switzerland before I did like a 2-year training course in hair and makeup and everything. And before doing that training, I could tell like the way I did my eyebrows and stuff, I obviously didn't care about them. These products that I'm going to use, I really love, and they're Urban Decay again, but they're the brow blade. So they basically mimic microblading, which is really nice. You've got a pencil one end, like this, a very fine one as well, which is really nice for drawing in fake hairs. And then on the, oh my gosh, putting the wrong end on it. And then on the other side, you've got like a felt tip pen, so you can draw eyebrow hairs. Very similar, is it the MAC Shape and Shade or something like that? They've got like a pen, which is really nice as well. I actually mixed 2 shades together, so I used Taupe Trap to draw, and then I used the Brunette Betty as the fake brow hairs, basically. Normally I'm like really close to my mirror, but obviously I can't be that close now. And I like keep brushing through as I'm doing it as well, just to see. Ooh, I don't think there's ever been a video that I've done that I haven't dropped something. But that's just me. That is clumsy me. Sorry if there's a bit of light reflection coming this side. The sun's starting to come in, which is amazing because it's been like storms, but it's like reflecting off the wall next to me, so. This bit I love, this bit's great, it's very fluffy, but here it kind of like dips, and I want to arch it a little bit more, and on the other side actually as well. So I'm going to draw a little bit of an arch in, but that's only doing a little bit of the work. And then my brow blade will do the rest. Also brushing it out takes away like excess product and stuff, so you're not caking your brows with products. So I'll take the brow blade in Brunette Betty now and just use the ink stain side. I always call it the blade when I talk to people about it, and then I realise it makes it sound like you're going to cut your own face. And I don't mean it like that, it's just because it's called the brow blade, I get confused. I don't want it to look too red, but because the Taupe Trap is quite neutral base, it's not a really, really warm colour. I can kind of get away with it. So through the front of the brow, just creating like false hairs. I just realised I was sticking my tongue out. I always think brows make you look so much more put together as well. It really frames the eye. I think it makes such a difference if you just do eyes, leave your brows and have like a base. I almost think it looks a little weird now. I can't believe I never used to do them before. So brush through again. Natural fluffy brows is what the aim is. But yeah, this tool is lovely if you've got very sparse brows. Oh, you can see a little gap. Just there. Do not forget brow gel. Brow gel has been the thing that makes the brows look the most natural, just because it coats every hair, keeps them like in their place, and just makes it look like you've got more natural hair. This is the brow finish, again by Urban Decay. I'm not sponsoring them. I just work there at the moment, so I have a lot of their products. This is a double-ended wand, I suppose it's called. So one side's got longer hair, the other side's got shorter hair. Oh, I love fluffy brows. Not like a ridiculous amount, like not to a ridiculous extent, but oh yeah, I just turned it over then just to comb through a little better. Just fixed up around the edges of the brows with a little bit of concealer. I think the brow blade is running out a little bit because it's not normally that red. It's coming up a little bit red. Move on to eyes now. So this is still sinking in the skin. It's looking pretty good. Oh, the light has... Oh, it's coming back. Sorry, I've still got reflection on my face. I've got the Zoeva Opulence Palette. Looks really pretty. So there's 10 colours. All of these colours are like right up my street. There is only one matte, which is the Get Your Glory red one in there. But yeah, this is going to be really simple. Urban Decay, once again, award-winning eyeshadow primer. This is the anti-aging one. It doesn't necessarily mean it's for older skin. It's just thinner and a little bit more hydrating. I popped a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm just going to pop it all over the lid with my finger. So it's completely transparent, this one. Don't you hate it when you get pins and needles? Oh, it's the worst thing. Either one of these two. Oh, the light keeps changing. Why? I think I'm going to use this one all over my lid for now. It's called High Chair. I'm just going to use a Real Techniques. I absolutely love these brushes, as you can tell. Base shadow brush. Pop a little bit on there. Pop it all over. This kind of will help set the eyeshadow primer as well. Oh, that's nice on its own. I'll bring it up and pop a bit on the brow as well because it can act as a highlight. Nice. I actually can't feel my foot. Oh, it's not even coming through pins and needles yet. It's just numb, which makes me worried. Okay, so next I'm actually going to take a bit of the Get Your Glory. Don't worry, this is still going to be really wearable. It's just going to add a little bit of colour. If I dip it really lightly, it's going to be natural. Don't worry. Just on the end of the same brush, tap it onto the hand first if you want, just to see how much is going to come out. And I'm going to put that into the crease of the eye. Really, really subtly. So this is obviously depending to your eye shape. I've got quite hooded eyes, but I'm still able to put it in the crease. I just put it a little bit higher, just so that when my eyes are open, you can still see it. Just blend it out until it's completely dispersed into the highlight shade. See how natural that is? It's not scary at all. Colours like that, like reds and pinks and that, are really nice with blue-green eyes. It just makes them pop. Obviously, if you put more on, the more your eyes are going to pop. However, my eyes are brown, but you know, I just like the colours a lot. I'm going to take a little bit of the darkest shade, Golden Years, this one by here. I'm starting to say Welsh sayings, like by there, by here, lush. What else do they say? Yeah, it's funny. People are starting to like notice back home. And then I say some things here and they're like, oh, you sound really Essex today. And I'm like, well, I am from Essex. I'm taking this on a different brush. This is a Nashi brush. It's a tapered crease brush. This is like one of my favourite brushes. I absolutely love this. I have just dipped into the product. That's why there's black on the end. It's so small that you can really pinpoint it to where you want it on the eyes. And I'm going to take it kind of on the outer V of the eye, right by the lash line. Just blended. Because it kind of blends as well at the same time. And that creates a little bit of smoke and depth to the eye. You could pop this one in the crease if you don't want to use that red. So I'm just blending that into the reddy pinky colour and smoking it just along the lash line. This is literally just me dipped in once. And then I'll take the blending brush that I used in the first time and just blend the edge. And then I'll take that same shade, Golden Years, and just pop it underneath the lash line. I know not everyone likes my leg. I know not everyone likes wearing stuff underneath the lash line. However, I think this makes eyes look a little bit more open, as long as you're not putting anything like in the waterline. Yeah, I've always worn eyeshadow, but skip the step if you don't want to. I'm gonna make my other weird face now. And just pop it kind of 3/4 of the way in, so I'm not going to take it all the way in here, so it will keep the eye looking quite open still. This is kind of like a dark purple, I want to say. Purple and blues look good on brown eyes, so there you are. It's like a grey purple. I'm going to be moving to Haverfordwest because we're getting married, so that'll be exciting. I'm literally getting further and further away from my family, which I'm very aware of. Which is like, I mean, it's hard, but I think because I've been away from home since I was 18 anyway, it's not like the end of the world for me. It's just a car journey, 6-hour car journey, mind. But, oh, that's another thing I say, mind, all the time. Further away from family, I mean, when it gets the time to like having children or something, which we speak about a lot. I don't want them yet, but yeah, it's playing in the mind. But yeah, if it comes to like childcare and stuff, that will be hard. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of other wives and stuff that will help out, or hopefully I make friends with people. But yeah, army life, army wife. Oh God, I can't. This is the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. I used to wear this anyway. Now to explain a little further, I love this because it does not transfer. I love that it has a small wand. It just gets right into the lash line. It's the least problematic wand. Just sometimes I'm like brushing and then I get loads on my eyelid, which drives me crazy. But this one doesn't do it as much. Also, I have really long eyelashes at the bottom. Again, it doesn't hit underneath when I do it. And I could pretty much cry with this on and it's not gonna smudge under my eyes. And the only way you can remove it is not with like removers and stuff, it's actually with warm water. So in the shower, it's lovely like in the evening or something. It comes off in like little strip tubes, like a tubing mascara, I wanna say. Don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. So yeah, long wearing formula. It's really nice. So I'm just gonna wiggle it at my lash line. for a bit of volume, and then pull up. I think mascara is probably when you do the least attractive faces, but if you can forgive me for that, that's all right. Ah! Do you ever do that when you miss the mascara tube and put it on your finger instead? It's a pain in the ass. There we are. Bottom lashes. Just to get rid of some of the shine, I've got this Pro HD palette. It's a powder contour kit, I think. This is in light medium. This has been very well loved. The packet looks disgusting and it also broke. I'm going to use a bit of this one to minimise a bit of the yellow anyway, because it's probably a bit too yellow for me. I've got a Spectrum AOO brush. It's a powder brush basically. Just going to pop it into that colour and I'm just going to press it on my T-zone area because I like the glow everywhere else, but I just don't want it to look like I'm greasy. I like powdering around my mouth because I always get like laugh lines, like laugh dents. I know I'm not wrinkly or anything, I just get dents and then it basically makes the makeup go into a line and I hate when it does that. A different brush, I'm going to use a Spectrum A05, A05, I don't know, might be 0, I think it's a 0, we'll go with that. It's like an angled brush so you can do a bit of contouring slash bronzer or whatever. I'm going to use this one because it's the palest one in there basically. That is going to do a bit of contouring. I know a lot of people get a bit worried about contour, but as long as you're using the tiniest amount of product, it's really easy to like blend if you make a mistake. So I literally like dip in it and then I press it onto my hand just to see how much payoff there is. But the contour is normally from the top of the ear or like the whatever that thingy is. I've forgotten. I've got a mind blank mind. Tragus? I don't know. Down towards the edge of the mouth or the bottom of the nose, so you kind of smile up. I really hope this makes sense, but you can feel the bone, you can feel your cheekbone, and you just want it to sit in there. However, you do not want to blend past the iris of your eye, because otherwise you make yourself look too gaunt, and you do not want to go too low because then it starts looking like a beard. So it always helps to kind of blend up a little bit. That's why I kind of said a smile, because it's that sort of line towards the nose. On the hairline as well, but I'll probably do that with some bronzer too. Just into the hairline and meet up with it on the other side. And if you want to, you can pop a bit underneath your jaw. And then I'm going to use the more redder colour. This is a bit more of a bronzer. And I'm going to pop it on the cheekbone itself instead of under it. So this goes ever so slightly above the contour, but you still blend it together. This is going to act as like a bronzer. I'm obsessed with this foundation. It's so nice. I might put a little bit more concealer on this. It's a Nude collection one. It's called Suede 921. Very pretty, very natural, as everything else. I'm going to use the same brush just to pop it on. So this is the apples and spread into the bronzer. And then finally a little bit of highlighter. This is called Vanilla Quartz. It's by Becca. This is one of their mini ones. It's so pretty, especially for fair skin. I know they are very well known for champagne pop. They've got some other ones in there that are really beautiful. I just like this because it's more of a like a light goldy kind of colour. And I'm going to use a smaller brush. It's Real Techniques. Ha ha ha. It's called the setting brush, but I love it for highlighter because it's small enough to get on the tops. Another place of the cheekbone, on the top of the cheekbone. So this is above your contour, above your bronzer, the bone that basically surrounds your eye. So you can feel it. and it just does the most beautiful highlight. Again, you don't want to go too far in, and just sort of softly blend it into the other bits as well. I really hope you can see that. It's so beautiful. Some people do it on the nose. I do a little bit here. Not really going to do it on the tip of the nose just because it makes it a little bit weird sometimes. And then a tiny bit on the cupid's bow. And this is going to enhance the lip. I have a NYX lip pencil. This is in the colour Mauve, however you want to say it, or SPL 831. But that doesn't sound as nice. Really nice pencil. I'm just going to give it a bit of a sharpen. So it is a mauve colour basically. I was going to explain the colour of it, but it's like a light mauve. It just looks really nice on the lips and natural. So I'm going to line them. And you can always overline a little bit when you go underneath. Oh, ventriloquist now. So it kind of, yeah, it just makes it look a little bit more juicy. And never forget the inner corners. I always colour the whole lip. Oh, I did it again! Always colour the whole lip in, because this helps your lipstick stay on longer. And then if you wanted to, you could actually just pop a lip balm on this and be on your way. Can you see the white? There's like a white line around your lips. You can normally go to that, and it just makes them a bit more pouty. To work from the outside in helps create a bit more of a bowed lip instead of it dipping in. So I go like right here, out. So compared to the other side, this has got like a natural dip in here. This has just lifted it a little bit more. And then I've got a mini little Clinique lipstick. This is called Nude Pop 01. And this is the vibe of the video anyway. It's a really nice sort of soft pink colour. And it's quite a creamy texture as well. I think it's a satin. I don't know. There's a tiny bit of a shimmer to it. It's quite nice. This is the finished look. I really hope you like it. Really natural. But yeah, if you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe a little comment as well. This has been a long time coming, and I've wanted to do this for such a long time as well. But yeah, I hope you like it. Thank you for watching.